Hello. Here is tin can you can keep for now until you find the canteen or something. But drink out of my canteen. Drink all
Right.
you need.
Sasha?
Oh, I think.
What are you doing here? Look, stupid question. I told you to come here.
Yeah, you did.
Why, why, why are you reaching out for me again over radio? Was
Again?
last time not enough for you?
What do you mean?
Friend, this is not first time you visit this place. You know, I came here before. Ramblings and all covered in blood.
I don't recall what you're talking about.
Oh. All from Requiem?
I am.
Justin told me.
He
Alright.
isn't. He's kind of new here.
Okay.
Yes,
Justin
we
told
gave
me
him
you
food
were
and water.
And white
having
over there.
memory issue.
You're damn right I'm having memory issues. I wanted to talk to you so you could help fill me in. I'm
Your
reckoning
voice
I've
sounds
been
familiar, friend.
out for like a month.
A month.
Yeah. I could be wrong.
What is last thing? What is last
The
thing
last
you remember?
thing I remember, I was in that house by the old compound.
Yeah.
Remember,
It's
I,
so long
I
ago.
spoke to you. I spoke to you and Esmeralda outside that house.
Duh, I remember. I remember every word.
That's
of
the last
conversation.
conversation I remember having. Then I just spent a few days just trying to rest in that house, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up behind the wheel of a car over somewhere else.
Brian, there was for almost a full month. You were ranting and raving over radio, calling people horrible, horrible things, implying atrocity after atrocity. It was. How much did you tell him, Justin?
Tell him about.
I tried to
Once
reach
that
out to you
he's
over the
been-
radio.
Yeah, no, I heard. Sorry, I was dealing with some other stuff, and I was running back with Novich. You opened the diary, I'm guessing, right?
I read all of it, and I was horrified.
Yeah. Well,
Does the name David mean anything to you, Sasha? It should.
I remember meeting a David.
Yeah, him.
He walked over to these walls just a few weeks ago. And he looked just like you, covered in blood. He was talking about eating people and God knows what else.
I read David's journal. A journal in my handwriting saying stuff I would never do. Things I'd never say. You know what that's like?
No, I do not.
David wrote about one of the last entries he wrote about speaking to you, the conversation you were talking about. He came here, talked about meeting you. He said something about an offer Esmeralda made him. Made me, whatever.
The last time you was here as David, he got up in my face and people drew their guns and it's bad. Almost got really bad. I guess I am happy you are back, Brian. However long that may be.
How do y'all feel about all this?
Well, I'm more or less just kind of confused. Still trying to decipher it myself.
We're all confused, don't worry.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just trying to make
I'm
sense
aware
of
of that.
all this.
You didn't, I don't know,
This-
just the last conversation we had.
Esmeralda, I don't think Esmeralda's here right now, so
He's
I'd
not.
want to talk to her about that offer she made. But until then,
Okay.
I'm gonna just have to be around. Not in Svetloyarsk, but nearby, so I can be in contact.
Yeah. I can relay that message for her. Again, I wasn't exactly there for the conversation you,
If you could get
Sasha, and her had. Yeah.
I'd much appreciate that.
I'll
if you
definitely
did.
relay that. Of course. That offer still stands. It does.
I can't imagine why I wouldn't accept it, because the shit that I read in that journal is too much.
It wasn't good.
He was a maniac. I was a maniac. I don't know. I don't know what that whole thing was.
I remember when you approached, you was over radio, you kept saying, he kept saying, he was coming with friends who called searchlights. But when he arrived, there was nobody.
He didn't mention that. I have no idea who. I think I don't know who a Johan or a Brahmo are. I have no idea.
You never mentioned him before, so I was confused.
I probably would have earlier if I knew, but I don't. He was going on about experiments, doing research. Did he tell you that, right?
He mentioned something to the effect that he was trying to determine something.
Something about a white-faced devil. He was really interested. Something called a white-faced devil. He wanted to get this devil to do his bidding.
I recall. He was very straightforward about it.
Is there anything else you wanted to tell me? Any of y'all?
I think the point has gotten across. I think it's all been said.
I would think so.
I will still offer him to help Brian.
I mean,
But
if you're
understand
shooting, you
what
know what
I
happened? I'll be back.
Okay.
That was
Don't land in the flare.
That's good to hear, Sasha. Just
I hope you understand. I have responsibility now. So I have to be a lot more careful in what I'm doing.
hopefully find another time you can tell that story.
Да. That's
But any of y'all just reach out to me when you get to Esmery about that offer.
Of course.
About how
Relay
I'm
that to her.
interested. Don't hesitate to reach out.
I won't.
Sasha.
Hello.
Hello? Howdy.
Hello.
What's your name?
Anastasia, what is your name?
My name's Brian. You seen Mr. Al?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
you're
you
very
too.
good
I'm
counter.
here.
Mr. Al
I'm here
Povich?
in shop.
Hi, it's me.
Yes, yes.
It's Mr. Brian. Is this a good time for you right now?
Just this is as good a time as any.
I have reason to believe that a fella named David was coming around here.
Yes, yeah, yes, other fella named David.
Yeah. He said he made him a safe house or something here.
Yes.
I'm sorry for the coughing. I think I got too close to Kamensk on the way here. But yeah.
Okay. You have habit of that.
What do you mean, sir? Oh. What, did David get sick or something?
Yes, yes. He do same thing as you.
I don't get it. I thought the road was safe. I guess I was wrong.
So what is this like thing? You know, you say you not David.
Are you familiar with the little concept in psychology called multiple personalities? Multiple personality disorder, something like that?
I think you kind of see that. You know, yeah. Like,
I think that's
you
what's
know,
at. I think that's what's at play here.
It is, you know, like a very hard to account for thing to have wrong with you. You know, like, how I know if it's you or if it's like David.
You just gotta take my word for it, sir. I promise, I ain't David.
But like, what if David pretend to be Brian? You know?
From what I gathered, I don't think he's interested. He would have been interested in pretending to be me.
Yeah, I see. You have any like question about him though? I guess I see him and I, you know, like talk to him a bit.
Are there any other of y'all around? Is Mr. Gorski around or Mr. Boris? Because I read David's.
No.
I have David's journal on me, and those names come up a couple times.
Yes. They do more of the like outreach with him when he come around. But
Yeah.
I have not seen either of them around too frequently. You know, like I think Jacob has been a bit sick, and Boris has been, you know, kind of like missing.
I think I'll stick around and see if I could get their word. I just want to know what David told them, if he told them anything pertinent.
He not tell anybody anything except like, oh, you smell nice, like, oh, you look tasty and delicious. You know, like
He never brought up anything about sanctuary.
he just talk about like you know, he do things like oh, I have to go to sanctuary and like say it real creepy like when he said, but no, not really anything else besides that.
Huh. So you said your name was Anastasia?
Bleh.
Your name sounds familiar. Oh, shit. You don't know Sasha, do you?
I do, yeah. Sasha.
I'm a friend of Sasha's. He said something about how he was gonna be looking after you, I think.
Да.
Do you know where he is?
Sanctuary.
He went back there?
Да.
Told me he was leaving. I suppose.
Why you cough so much?
I got a little bit too close to Kamensk on my way here. I
What
think
does that mean?
when you get too much radiation on you, you start to get sick.
Oh, okay.
I can get that taken care of pretty easily, I think. I'm just gonna have to wait around here.
Да.
Wait for more people to come around. I do mean to see Sasha again, though.
Is door closed? Oh no, door is open.
Say that again?
Oh, I asked if the door was closed. It is open. You were just, what they say, lingering.
I suppose so. I won't linger any longer if that bothers you.
Oh, you cannot linger if you have cup of coffee in hand, though. Oppa! Only 10 ruble for men like you know.
Let me break that 50, I can get me a brew.
It's your change. Go ahead and press the button.
How'd you get your hands on this thing?
Yeah, magical.
I suppose so.
Jason, what of you? What is like your profession? You know what you do for a living?
I'll be honest, I've been out of it for like a month. I was in another place. I was military police.
You are like, you know, keep in line the soldier, yeah?
That's correct. And then I was a lot of stuff I can't explain happens. A lot of dimension happen, crazy stuff. And
Is a very good way to just kind of graze past it. You know, if I were to mention Hopper too, I do not think I would be able to explain it very well.
based on what I read in David's journal, I have a lot of amnesia from other places, stuff I don't remember. Either that or David's a pretty creative writer.
It is quite a pickle, you know. So you have to ask yourself, am I crazy? And you know you are crazy. Or am I crazy and a liar? It is a hard question.
That's correct. Well,
Who's
yeah.
David?
Who is David?
Well,
David. It's hard to explain. He's
The man in Brian's head.
That's a good
Oh,
way of
wow,
putting it,
okay.
actually. He's like another personality that lives inside my head.
but
He, for the past month, I'd say he's taken out, he was in control of my body while I was outs. I was like in a, more or less in a deep sleep, I'd imagine. And David was in control.
Well, then, wait. What made you take control?
I ain't quite comfortable saying. Besides, I was in a car accident like last week, and I think some head trauma may have switched things around enough for me to come back.
Oh, okay.
But besides that, I'm fine. I got really lucky with that, I guess.
Well, to your good health.
To health.
They have a coffee because you know it's not. I have a sausage though, so I toast the sausage.
Before I woke up at that car wreck, not really a wreck, it was an accident. The last thing I remember was being at the old sanctuary base. It's very strange.
No.
So what about you?
But just say like
Honesty?
you sanctuary man then?
Not really.
It is hard to make up and down of two-minded amnesiatic man, you know? Like, who are you? That must be terrible weight to carry every day.
What about radiation burns?
Oh, I am, I look very active and, move around, but I am sickly man, I am not well, or, I was not well. I am more like recovered but lastingly damaged.
You sound alright. Are you talking about like...
Yes.
Are you talking
No,
about
it
like...
is like my body. I not sick now. No, I'm not like coughing sick like I walked into radiation yesterday. No, this happens to me months and months ago. I used to be a very handsome looking, like silver fox.
Oh, you're talking
and now,
about
I keep
bandages.
Yes, I keep skin out of air because it burns, and I have to keep eyes underneath sunglasses because they are very sensitive.
David chose to wear bandages because he didn't like sunlight. He was wearing like
one
this
time
red...
I call David vampire.
Yeah, he was kind of like a vampire in that regard.
Ask him if he allergic to garlic, and he laughed.
Did you? Well, ain't that something?
hello, Brian. You make it home.
Yeah. What you got going here?
It's a bit of a secret, you know, but you know, these will, if you want a hint, you know, these spaces will be for rent, you know. You can keep some of your things in there, keep them nice and safe.
I see. How'd you get all the concrete for this?
I am a man of, you know, like many goods, you know, I know many connections.
Very nice.
It is mine though, you're not Dutch, yeah?
Yeah. I ain't got much use for concrete anyway.
Maybe we make you something with the concrete when I am done with project, but until then, it is off limits.
It's fine
I
by me.
have lots now, but I do not know how much it will take, you know?
What?
Damn, is that Sasha?
Brian, I would not realize you was here.
I showed up here a few days ago.
I must have been missing you then, huh?
Yeah, it was
Hey, Mr. L, it's good to see you.
Oh, hello, yes, good to see you. I am hard at work.
Dad, don't let me stop you.
yeah.
Hmm.
I came up here to ask them about anything about David. Then I found out you were here, so I decided to stick around a bit.
Well, I suppose it's to see you. So, would you appreciate my honesty?
Go ahead.
I want to be happy to see you, to hear your voice again. But I don't know if this is you or how long you will be here, if that is making any sense. I saw David last, and I don't know if this will change again.
I understand. I don't know how much longer I've got either. That's why I'm trying to figure things out. I was reading David's journal, and I saw a page that I think you would wanna read.
Me?
Yeah.
Wait, me specifically?
I think yes, about you and Sanctuary, your relationship to them.
Did not think that the David gave a damn about me. A lot of what he was saying to me before when he met us at the walls was hostile at best. Patronizing at patronizing at best. Hostile at worst.
This is based on something someone else told him. So I'm inclined to not just inherently throw it out as him being mad or crazy.
Hey,
Just give me a second to find it real quick. Somewhere in these pockets.
came all this way, I may as well read it.
Alright. Here you go.
Give me a moment while I read over it.
Alright.
And you say David was the one who wrote this.
Yeah. That was David who wrote that. I ain't saying you have to be taking that as gospel truth or anything, but it's just what he wrote down, and according to him, he didn't just come up with that, someone gave that information to him. Another Povich.
Boris, I know the boys.
I
Yeah.
ain't never seen him before.
The first time I see you at the Walter Sanctuary after David, I was afraid, you know? It was some sort of ruse, a trick by David.
That's what everyone's been saying. Hal said it when I came over here. I don't necessarily blame y'all.
Do you know what he did?
What do you mean? What did?
David,
What did he do specifically?
he had admitted to our faces about eating people. He approached us wearing vest covered in blood. And when we asked whose blood it was, he said, not mine. Then he offered us rotten steak, 2 minutes. And the doctor Novich, she recognized it. It felt like she was eating the bandit he happened to kill, and like.
I read every page of his journal, and he didn't get into the specifics about what happened at that meeting, but he wrote down a bunch of other stuff.
And he never mentioned it in book.
He didn't. Well, he kept one.
Kept one what?
I thought you were talking about a book.
The journal. I was asking if making sure he did not leave any detail about what he did in his book. He not mention it?
Oh, I'd misheard you. Sorry. He kept details about things he did. I also said not that meeting. He wasn't specific about what happened. He had talked about how he went on about how he was annoyed you kept calling him my name.
And he was very insistent that Brian was dead. And David was always left.
He did genuinely believe that I was gone. I don't think he ever expected that I could come back. He knew.
He was not only one.
Who else was there? You?
I thought you was gone. Esmeralda, Justin, Novich, all of us, we thought you was gone forever. I tried to be positive in moment, but when he get up in my face, I don't know.
Glad I could prove everybody wrong, I suppose. But listen, David did stuff in that book I don't want to repeat ever. He wasn't quite 100% truthful during that meeting, based on what you're telling me.
You mean?
Have you ever
What
heard
lies was he keeping?
Have you heard of a lie by omission?
Not exactly, not that phrasing, no.
It sounded like he didn't say any outright falsehoods, but he didn't reveal everything, and I don't think I could ever repeat some of the things he did. Except he was planning on killing all the Sanctuary people. Not you, but all the core members. He held them responsible for my quote-unquote death.
I am happy he is gone then.
It's like you said,
Yeah, I care a
Sasha,
lot.
and that's what I'm worried about. It's only a matter of time before he comes back. And that's why I gotta go to Sanctuary and get me in a position where I can't hurt anyone anymore. David,
in his journal, did David happen to mention what I propose about finding out the Dr. Neville is men who study infection, disease?
he brought up it once or twice, yeah. But I don't know anything about a Dr. Neville.
I only hear him few times. He studied the infected and such. He is forced to mention whenever there is some kind of dramatic change regarding them. Talk about how the disease, it changes frequently, mutate is what he say. That I think that if he knows so much, maybe you to reach out for him, you know, because I never hear of infected man who is able to come back, you know.
I've heard a little bit about a group called Requiem.
I know the people.
Are they about, like, you know, investigating these things?
From what I understand, they is trying to look into these weird occurrences, but they is also acting against Reich, you know, trying to gather, you know, technology from what I hear from another member.
That sounds
I would say,
sounds like, you know,
Go on.
decent folk, decent people.
I would agree, but they accepted a
But what?
scientist into their number. Some horrible man. We call him Mr. W. I do not know his name. I never caught it. He was a terrible man, you know. He talked down to me. He treated us all like we were stupid. But that is not what the problem was. There was experiments on a girl who was with Sanctuary. Her name Charlie.
Charlie? I've
This
heard of her.
This Mr. W person, something happened to Charlie and only he could fix. And he said he would do it. He would fix her. But only if she went with him afterward. Charlie at first was okay with it. But we find out, you know, Boris, L's ward, he find her and tell him to pass on message to us. Apparently she was in danger, they was hurting her. And when we came knocking, demanding they give us Charlie back, Requiem was... Well, there was shooting. I got hit. Nearly died, actually. All because they did not want to hand over Charlie, whom apparently they did not even value. They didn't even know her. They did not care why she was there. She just was, and the fucking idiots, they decided to shoot. Dumb suka.
That don't make much sense to me.
Not make much
Why
sense
would
to their
they
leader
go through
either.
the trouble of going to get her, fixing her up, if they didn't value her? Or was
Don't
this
know.
just a pet project of W?
That is what I am thinking. I never
I'm-
got to talk to Charlie after this.
I still want
Never
to see
find
them
out.
for myself, but it sounds like they need to get a better rein in on their guys.
And I hear their leader is more level-headed, more reasonable, but I do not know much. I have not met her myself, and don't know how much I can believe the Sanctuary. Is Sanctuary be wronged by GSP time and time again, and yet they still being nice to them for reason I do not understand. It's stupid.
Speaking of, I met Anastasia the other night when I came up here.
And well, how did that go?
Not very well. She was suspicious of me, given I was a stranger. I was asking questions about how you two were, how you ended up being her guardian.
And
Because I had never really, learned why you had to leave Sanctuary to take care of her. She answered anyway, but she didn't take too kindly to having to talk about it. She kind of grumbled a bit.
hey, stay follow me, huh?
Alright.
She is daughter of one of Sanctuary's people.
She did bring that up. Her
The
poor girl, her
Right.
pa died, right?
Ray Perkins was named. He was good man.
I remember that name.
Honestly, he is one of few Sanctuary people I harbor no doubt toward. No?
She said she chose to leave after he died because his death it was a bit of a bridge burning, I'd say.
Say it was their fault.
I thought
They
he
was fault. Apparently, when the Nazi happened to capture Ray, Sanctuary was not going. The terms were surrender and Ray leave. Sanctuary did not. They refused to surrender. Apparently, Nazi sniper catch him. She hold Sanctuary responsible. She left Sanctuary in that night. She not tell anybody why. She didn't even tell me. Not until she come back with Elpovich. She told me to make good on the promise I made her papa.
I ain't sure I should be saying this, but you know Justin Holmes came up here like 2 nights ago, right?
It's just in the here.
Justin Holmes was here to talk to Anastasia.
I don't know why.
He was
The two were never exactly close.
I had just accepted a job from Al. I was getting ready to leave. And, you know, he was helping me load some jerry cans into my car, and, it was parked where you saw it, the gray one. We turn around and, what do we see but, Anastasia getting into the sidecar of a motorcycle with Justin. She told Al that she was going to be away for a little bit to, quote unquote, you know, hang out with Justin.
Why would she not tell me? She twisted my cards into knots, so...
I ain't gonna tell more. That's, from now on, that's your business. I just want to let you know.
Oh no, thank you. I appreciate it. He's thinking maybe she just have business and
For all
maybe Justin is one of the few people she trusts.
For all you know, next time you see her, she'll tell you herself. But just in case, you know, now you know.